2019, last pick in round one after the New England Patriots won Super Bowl 53, went to receiver N'Keal Harry. At the time, there was a belief that the Patriots had him rated even higher than number 32, and now it's falling apart. And the evidence has been there. From the moment the Patriots launched free agency by signing a couple of tight ends, signing a couple of receivers, N'Keal Harry looking like he's on shaky ground. There's been persistent reports and rumors that the Patriots may cut him, that he may just not even be there. And now his agent, instead of being fired, wants his guy to be able to quit via a trade. I don't know that anyone's going to trade for him. With the last 2 years of a first-round rookie contract, and yes, it's number 32, so it's lower money than it would be if it was number 2, but that's a seven-figure commitment each of the next 2 years that a team would take on if they trade for his contract. I don't know that anyone's going to want to do it. I think at the end of the day, the Patriots may just have to cut him. Regardless, the broader point, maybe the Patriots should just give up drafting receivers in the first 3 rounds. I look back over the past 20 years. Yeah, Deion Branch in 2002, a third-round pick, ended up being a Super Bowl MVP. The rest of them, maybe he was a second-round pick. Either way, round 2 or round 3. Round 3 is what's sticking out in my brain. Plenty of second-round picks, third-round picks, and N'Keal Harry, the first-round pick that the Patriots used on a receiver since Terry Glenn, before Bill Belichick was the head coach. Harry just hasn't worked out. And the guys on the board when they picked Harry included Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuel. No guarantee any of those guys would have worked out. Because here's the reality. It's easy to say the Patriots are picking the wrong guys. But it's not like they are reaching for guys that no one has ever heard of. No one's saying, for example, when the Patriots take N'Keal Harry, well, he's a fifth-round prospect on, 28 other boards. They're just like, yeah, okay, N'Keal Harry, it was time for him to be drafted. So if it wasn't the Patriots, someone else would have taken him. The question is, how are the Patriots developing? It's something Sims and I have talked about in the past. How much of it is the coaching staff not properly teaching, the coaching staff not trusting, the coaching staff not being patient, that it's sink or swim. And at the first sign of sink, they go with someone that they know can swim because that guy's been in the NFL for multiple years. He's been around the block. He knows the ropes. I think that's one of the potential problems. And when it comes to drafting, this is a point Sims has made, the Patriots will often prioritize intangibles like leadership and love of the game over raw ability. Well, sometimes you end up in a mess like this because you looked too heavily at what kind of a guy you were getting, and you didn't look enough at what kind of a player you were getting. Regardless, it's not working for the Patriots at the receiver position, and either they fix it or they just sign veterans. And the way the receiver position is going, with so many great receivers coming out every year, there will be a glut of free agents every year. And that may be the better way for the Patriots to handle it. If they're not willing or able to develop a young receiver, let someone else develop the young receiver, and then you pay him, especially because the receiver position is becoming a lot like the running back position, where there are more great ones than the teams out there need.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.